At the Quartermain mansion, Leo, dressed as Einstein, is testing Lois on math equations. Eddie walks through as they continue. Brooklyn passes through too. Brooklyn runs into Tracy in the foyer and lets her granny know that she knows about the gift of deception, and she doesn't want it. Tracy says she thought she was happy there. Brooklyn was until she ruined her friendships with Lucy and Maxie. Tracy points out that she'll be the boss, and it will give her a chance to mend those friendships. Brooklyn thinks she wouldn't know about friendships. Tracy scoffs she may not, but she knows about family and business. Brooklyn says she liked working at deception, but it's not her passion. Tracy notes passions don't pay the bills, especially for the lifestyle she's accustomed to. Brooklyn thinks she's capable of downsizing. Tracy swears she didn't do this to hurt her friendships, and she worries about Brooklyn and wants her to have something stable and lasting like deception. She admits she let her disdain for Lucy color her approach, but she wanted to secure her future. Brooklyn oddly gets her twisted thinking, but accepting this would rob her of building up her own confidence, the confidence she sees in Tracy. She asks her not to sabotage her. Tracy swears that's the last thing she wants. Tracy says she wants to build her up, not break her down. Brooklyn can't blame her for thinking the way she does given this crazy family, and she just wishes for something quiet and mundane. Tracy laughs that won't happen in this house. Tracy promises to back off, and Brooklyn thanks her. Brooklyn tells her about Blaze, who she plans to do amazing things with. Tracy is sure she will. Back in the living room, Eddie checks in to see if math class is over. Leo ends up running off after beating Lois. She says that boy knows the heights of all the major buildings in the world, and she thought knowing the height of the Brooklyn Bridge was impressive. Suddenly, Eddie remembers being there with Lois after their wedding. She notes he seems like he saw a ghost. He asks if they were married at the bridge. She says it was at Street Ignatius, but after they went to one of the towers of the bridge. Startled, he says he has to go. Leo returns with a new game. Eddie goes into the kitchen, plays his guitar, and works on his song. Back in the living room, Lois hears him and tells Leo to pause his game timer and she'll be back. She heads into the kitchen and tells Eddie that he's still got it. She asks him to play the rest, but he says that's all he's written and it's a work in progress. She doesn't want to mess with his mojo, but he laments he's at a creative dead end. She notes he has something there, and the fire that got him this far will see him through. Kelly's is closed for a private party, but that doesn't stop Cyrus from entering. Carly demands he get out. He was hoping given their history she'd hear him out. He wants a job as a cook and says he's good at it. Carly tells him that he won't be working here. Cyrus didn't think she'd discriminate against ex-cons. She says having a rap sheet isn't why he won't be working here. It's because he's a monster. Cyrus claims he has changed and is here to put her mind at ease. Carly calls his reformation a joke, and he is just waiting and seeking out vulnerabilities in people. And she won't let that happen. She tells him to get out as Kelly's is off limits. He says she is still the same fierce woman she's always been, that he's changed. The man he was would have let Drew die, but he didn't. He walks out. Scott meets with Robert in his office about dropping a case involving his client. Diane listens in as Robert tells Scott the evidence is overwhelming and to get out. Diane enters and suggests to Scott he make a retreat while he can. Scott beats it, and Robert wonders what he owes the pleasure of her visit. She has tickets to a fundraiser for an event near and dear to her heart, animal advocacy. He says he's in and asks for details. She tells him to get a tux, and further details will follow. Diane departs and Robert gets to his PC to search for tux rentals.